All right, we're going to continue in my journey of trying to get caught up in my memory keeping planning and go all the way back to August of 2022. So for this month, I'm trying to stick with sticker kits that are have a lot of pink and orange, and then also some yellow. Each month, for memory keeping at least, I like to choose sticker kits within a certain like color scheme or theme. There's just so many fun stickers out there, so having like certain colors in mind kind of helps me narrow down my choices. Plus, if you saw my last video, you'll know that I'm a big fan of color coding. And so it's just really satisfying to me for each month to have its own color or set of colors. It's a way that I've been choosing sticker kits since the very beginning when I first started memory keeping planning. And I do intend on going with that method, I guess, as I continue to try to get caught up from August of 2022 to what is now 2024. What you see me doing right now is adding washi that matches my preferred color scheme for this month to the binding side of each month or each page during this month. I started doing this with washi way back when no white space planning was big, where you covered literally every inch of the page in stickers. And so it was just a way for me to add color and cover up what was usually kind of a blank space in the page. No white space planning isn't as big of a trend now, but I still like doing this with the washi. I feel like it adds some bit of extra like durability to the pages, maybe, I don't know. But it's also a way to bring in the color scheme that I'm trying to use through that month and add some consistency. Plus, it's just a really great excuse to use up washi. So you may have seen me do this before, and you'll probably see me doing this again. But at the beginning of each month, I do like to get all of the pages done and out of the way so that I can put the washi roll away and not have to worry about trying to keep track of what color I had used. I tend to have a hard time choosing which colors I want to use for the month of August. I'm already not a huge fan of bright colors in my planner. I'm definitely not really that big of a fan of the sticker kits that come around during the summer. And some months are a little bit easier to choose colors because there's like a holiday or something associated with it. So like October is almost always going to have orange. December, easy Christmas colors. The month of July is my birth month, so I go with my favorite colors during that month. But August, I'm kind of lost. But looking back at other planners, for whatever reason, I usually tend to choose color combinations that include yellow in the month of August. So I guess something in my brain just screams that yellow is for August. So I guess this time is no different. I am kind of leaning towards pink and orange, but you'll see as I go through more plan with me is that there is going to be a lot of yellow for the month of August. So comment down below, do you have any months or like colors that you associate with specific months? Like even outside of the holidays, in my head, April needs to either be blue or purple, and then May is green, March is green. I don't know. Do you have anything like that? I do really like this color combination of pink, orange, and yellow though, but whenever I see it, it kind of makes me hungry. For some reason, it like in my head, it triggers some kind of memory of like a really artificial banana split flavor. I don't know why. Like I can remember smelling and tasting it as a kid, but I have no idea where it comes from. I feel like maybe it was a kind of popsicle. So if anybody grew up in the 90s and early 2000s and had some kind of banana split thing that you would eat that was pink, orange, and yellow, please let me know, because I think about it every single time I see these colors together, and it's not a super unique color combination. I see it a lot over the summer, and it just, I don't know, banana split instantly in my head. But either way, it's what I chose for August of 2022. It seemed to be a pretty common color combination, at least when I bought the stickers for August of 2022, which was quite some time ago at this point. I've been putting this off for a while. But for this week, for this plan with me, we're starting off with the week of August 1st through August 7th. I love when months start on a Monday. I'm sure a lot of you planner people out there will agree. And for this week, I am using the kit Sunshine from the shop Whimsical Plans. I love using Whimsical Plans sticker kits, not sponsored or affiliated or anything, but I do really like the stickers that come in those kits, and I really like the premium matte paper that they use. Now, I am still going to white out the numbers up at the top and some of the bigger, bolder lines that might show through the paper. I don't typically have a problem with Whimsical Plans paper. It's usually pretty thick, but especially since some of these colors are so light, and there is a lot of white background in a lot of these stickers, I decided might as well just white out some of those black lines on the paper just in case. Also, if you hear any weird noises in the background, it's partially because I have really bad audio, but mostly because my two cats, Minnie and Winnie, are going crazy right now and making tons of noise, and I tried to wait for them to calm down, and they have literally not calmed down at all. So if you hear anything crazy, it's partially because of my tech, but mostly because of my cats. But on that note, if you happen to have any microphone suggestions for a hypothetical person who records on their iPhone and edits on iMovie on their MacBook, just let me know. I will let this hypothetical person know your suggestions, and I'm sure that they would definitely appreciate it to improve their audio quality for YouTube videos. So yeah, just throwing that out there. But back to the plan with me, the reason why we're here. I am going to try to color block as best as I can. It's not going to be perfect, but if there is a choice of color for a specific day, I am going to try to stick to that's a pun. But I am going to try to stick to the color that I have designated for that day. I feel like it's necessary with using sticker kits on the Happy Planner vertical pages. I do have Sadie's stickers inserts for a vertical layout that I use for my 2023 planner, and that has spaces in between each day. And so it's easier to differentiate which stickers are for which day, and it's a little bit less overwhelming for your eyeballs. But for my 2022 memory keeping planner, I do just have the vertical layout pages that came with the Happy Planner. And since there's no space in between each day, it just kind of looks like a big wall of stickers once I'm done. And so I am trying to separate each day by color as best I can. So I start out by putting glitter headers up at the very top in the color for that day, so that as I go through and plan the week, or memory keep plan, or as I put stickers down for the week, I can keep track of which color I'm trying to use for which day. And then I also put down the date dots, just so that I can remember what day it actually is, since I used whiteout and covered up the dates. So I need to get those on there so I don't get confused, which happens a lot when I do memory keeping spreads. I do think I'm getting better at that sticker flappy thing where you layer stickers and it opens up like a door. So I did that to cover up my work checklist, just because I have so much stuff that I want to put in there for memory keeping, and with it covered, I don't have to try to make it look cute for Instagram. But I did add kind of a general miscellaneous to-do list in my sidebar. And then, of course, I add as many habit trackers as I possibly can, which this kit only came with 2, I believe. So I did need to pull in another one just from my stash of stickers. So I used this workout habit tracker from Fave Planner. FAV planner. I never know how to say the shop name, and I always tell myself I'm going to look it up, and I never do. But unfortunately, I did kind of crack the ink a little bit, I think, on this one. And I've noticed that with this particular set of stickers, if I put it on the paper and pull it back up again and put it back down again a bajillion times, like what I tend to do with stickers, the ink has a hard time staying how it should be. But that's my fault. I don't blame the sticker, but just know that if you see the sticker and it looks a little faded, that's on me. That's not the way that the sticker came. It's just because I can't commit when I lay stickers down the first time, and I'm really bad at laying them down straight, so I have to adjust it more times than a sticker is capable of dealing with. I added a quarter box with a this week header so that I could indicate that we celebrated birthdays and my family this week. And then I had enough space to add this full box fashion girl. It was like the perfect amount of space that was left, so that was nice. I'm usually really bad at spacing out sidebars, so I'm glad it actually worked out this week. I'm sure that won't happen again. Okay, so moving on to Monday, I did start the day by working out. So I used a little character sticker from Joy of Planning. And then we had a tornado siren testing on that day. So I used a little tornado icon from Sticker Okie. We were supposed to have tornado siren testing the first Monday of every month, and I rarely ever hear it. So I hope that just means that they don't actually follow through with testing the siren every Monday, and not just that I can't hear it, which would be a little concerning. I live in the Midwest, so tornadoes are a legitimate thing. So yeah, but I'm sure it's fine. But I did actually hear it on this Monday. And I also wanted to indicate that I did stop at Dunkin' on the way home from working out. So I used that little Dunkin' sticker from paper and clips. And then I got an Etsy delivery from Planner Press on that Monday. So I used a little Etsy sticker that I've had for forever. I don't know where I got it to indicate that. On Monday, I also got both McDonald's and Wendy's. Looks like I don't know what was going on that day, but apparently cooking was not what was going on that day. Oops. But with all of that happening, I had a hard time trying to figure out what to do as far as stickers go, because I was running out of space. I did need to have a checklist on that day to indicate a few things that I got done. And so we had to do a little bit of readjusting. I'm pretty sure I had Wendy's late at night, if I remember correctly, which is probably not true, but I don't know. It makes sense in my brain, so I put that down to the bottom. And the rest of the space that was left, it was like not enough space for a full box, but too much to have nothing. So I decided just to squish a full box in there and make it work. Tuesday morning, I had a virtual meeting with my counselor, so I used this cute little video chat sticker from Cheerful Planner Girl. And then there really wasn't too much else that was going on that day. And so I just tried to use up as much space as I could. I had enough room, luckily then, to add glitter headers around the full box, which I like to do just because I think it helps bring in kind of that focus color for the week when a full box kind of pulls in a lot of colors. But the only other thing that happened that day was I had pizza for dinner, and usually that really wouldn't be worth noting. But I had nothing else going on. So I had a little pizza night text sticker from Station Stickers, and then a little pizza icon from the sticker party, and I just try to fill up as much rest of the space with some deco that came with the kit. Overall, this was not the best mental health week for me. But especially Wednesday, it was not great. It started out okay. I worked out again and I got gas on the way home. That gas sticker is from Twin Mermaids. And then I picked up some groceries from Walmart. And I just did like the curbside order thingy. And that grocery stickers from the Tea Light Planner Co., the Walmart stickers from Paper and Clips, although I don't think you can get that anymore. But that evening did not go great at all. So I ended up mostly just binge watching Netflix, which shows you how old this spread is, or this how far back this week was. So that Netflix sticker is from, I don't actually remember, but the binge watch sticker I do know is from 4Daisies Designs. I use stickers from the sticker party and Stick with the Plan Co. to indicate that my mood was not that great that evening, which was not helped by the fact that my shelf fell off the wall and broke my candle. That's where the shelf was. I'm never getting my deposit back on this place now. And this is where it fell down my wall. Great. Luckily, my mom was able to actually fix the candle. And I guess it wasn't really that big of a deal, but it was one of those things where I was already not having a super great day. And then that happened, and I was just like, that's it. I'm so done with the day. Luckily, the week did end on a high note, so I used this really thin pink washi to indicate that my grandparents came into town to celebrate my birthday as well as my mom's birthday, which were the previous week. I like using like solid washi like this to indicate when something is happening over the span of a few days. Minerva, unfortunately, does not approve of this technique, so she had to bounce. But, again, any excuse to use up some of my washi. So even though Minerva doesn't approve, it is going in my planner. Plus, it was like the perfect shade of pink for this spread. I really like how that turned out. I did have a meeting at work on Thursday morning. So usually I keep most of my work stuff in the sidebar, but if I have a formal meeting, I do like indicating that on the actual day that it happened. This kit did come with little very skinny work like strip stickers. I think it's supposed to be used just so that you could put like your hours for your shift, but I wanted to make it a little bit bigger, so I did put it on top of like a appointment label thingy. It's still a pretty skinny sticker, but it's better than what it originally was, I guess, for the purpose that I needed it for. I also got an Amazon delivery on Thursday, which is always exciting. It was a book for my mom for her birthday, so I had the little Amazon boxes sticker from Sidebar & Co. I did get McDonald's again this week. Unfortunately, when I'm not feeling my best, cooking is like one of the first things that kind of works its way out of my regular routine. So I did get McDonald's through DoorDash, which is like the most shameful form of takeout, but I'm sure I enjoyed it. I was starting to feel better, I think. So by dinner time, I was able to at least make some kind of food. I had this like pork bowl meal kit thing from HelloFresh, so I marked that with a sticker from Juju all over. By Friday morning, I was definitely feeling better. I had my last scheduled workout of the week, so I used another character sticker from Joy of Planning to mark that. And then I did stop for iced coffee at Dunkin' on the way home, which I do way too much, and I definitely did even more back in 2022. So I used a cute little Dunkin' iced coffee sticker from Beyond Paper Flowers for that. And that's kind of it for my morning plans. So I just separated my morning from the rest of the day using this full box and some glitter headers. And it was a pretty uneventful evening. I made chili for dinner, and especially with the week that I had, I definitely wanted to indicate that I was feeling well enough to actually make a meal, and not only make a meal, but something that wasn't a pre-portioned HelloFresh meal kit, but something that I actually measured out each ingredient for. I don't make the best chili, but it's definitely kind of a milestone, that first home-cooked meal that I make after kind of being in a bit of a depression funk. So I marked that I made chili with a Stick with the Plan Co. character sticker. On Saturday, I spent the day with my family to celebrate my 28th birthday. Every year for my birthday meal, I ask that my mom make me her homemade Belgian waffles, and then she hand whips some whipped cream and she cuts up some fresh fruit to put on top, and it is so delicious. And then instead of cake, I ask for chocolate mousse. For the rest of the day, we just kind of hung out and enjoyed each other's company. We did end up playing a game of Mexican train dominoes, which is kind of the go-to activity for my mom's side of the family. Whenever we get together, there's always dominoes involved. Does your family have anything like that? How many of you out there have a family that has like a specific game that you're very loyal to, that whenever you get together, you play that game? I'm curious. Comment down below. Sunday was so hot, so I used a sun and a thermometer from Sticker Okie just to notate, like, it was blazing hot that day. And then we had mass outside that day, which was super, super hot. So I had this little like park bench and tree sticker from Sabai & Co. that I used to show that mass was outside that day. And then for lunch afterwards, we went to TGI Fridays. I think it was supposed to be like a birthday celebration for my mom. So she picked where to go, but we didn't really do too much else for her birthday. So I felt kind of bad about that. But afterwards, my grandparents went back to Illinois, and then I went home to recover from kind of a rough week. There wasn't too much going on really, except just like in my head, I guess. But I did stop for a Starbucks pink drink on the way home, so I thought that this was an appropriate full box to use for the day. But the only other thing that I did this day was I did finish Stranger Things season 4. But it was actually the first day that my cat Winifred actually climbed into my lap on her own. She's pretty skittish and she had a hard time socializing. We weren't sure if she would be okay with humans. But on this day, she actually climbed into my lap on her own and actually sat there and let me pet her, which was a huge milestone for her. So I like to think that was like a little belated birthday present from my cat Winnie. But that's it. So let me just fill this out with a pen and show you the final result. Ta-da! I actually used a pink pen this time. I haven't used colorful ink in my memory keeping spreads in a while, so this feels good. All is right with the world. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye!